We have another surprise for you now. Joining me up here is now going to be President Abraham Lincoln. It's amazing how he got here, but I'm not going to question it.
It is a pleasure and an honor for me to be here to join with you as you celebrate the 175th anniversary of Tippecanoe City, Ohio. As President of the United States, I have been impressed with the great number of sacrifices made by the citizens to keep it free. On August 18, 1864, in Washington, D.C., it was my privilege to address the Ohio 164th Voluntary Infantry Regiment. They had just completed a term of duty in combat and were preparing to return home. Some of those members came here to Tippecanoe City. This is what I said. Soldiers, you are about to return to your homes and your friends after having, as I learned, performed in camp a comparatively short term of duty in this great contest. I am greatly obliged to you and to all who have come forward at the call of their country. I wish it might be generally and more universally understood what the country is now engaged in. We have, as all will agree, a free government where every man has a right to be equal with every other man. In this great struggle, this form of government and every form of human right is endangered if our enemies succeed. There is more involved in the contest than is realized by everyone. There is involved in this struggle the question of whether your children and my children will enjoy the same privileges that we have enjoyed. I say this in order to impress upon you, if you are not already so impressed, that no small matter should divert us from our great purpose. There may be some irregularities in the practical application of this system. It is fair that every man should pay taxes in exact proportion to the value of the property he owns. But if we should wait before collecting the taxes until we could correctly apportion the taxes for every man with every other man, we should never collect any taxes. There may be mistakes made sometimes. Things may be done wrong while the officers of the government do all they can to prevent mistakes. But I beg of you, as citizens of this great republic, not to let your minds be carried off from the great work we have before us. This struggle is too large for you to be diverted from it by any small matter. When you return to your homes, rise up to the height of the generation of men worthy of a free government, and we will carry out the work we have commenced. I return to you my sincere thanks for the honor that you have done for me this afternoon. Thank you. And now, in honor of your 175th celebration, I bring Tippecanoe City and your mayor a gift. In September of 1859, I was invited to the Capitol in Columbus to speak at the Ohio State House. It was a wonderful occasion to meet the people of Ohio. However, the gift shop in the State House was closed. And so today I am getting some help from Senator Beagle. Mayor Patrick, would you join me here? On behalf of the Senator, Bill Beagle, and myself, please accept this American flag which has flown over the state capitol, or the State House, in celebration of your 175th anniversary.
Thank you, Mr. President. I think the last time we had a presidential visit was when Nixon came through on the train. But this looks a little bit more important to me. A person who we all respect was able to be with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, in keeping with tonight's theme of celebrating Tipp City's heritage, next we have a special ceremony with a historical connection. The purpose of this ceremony is to name the bridle trail at Kyle Park. But first, a little background on the trail. On September 29th of 2012, a bridle trail was established at the east end of Kyle Park, adjacent to the dog park. The trail leads to the Great Miami River and then loops back, providing a 1.5 hour of riding time. The trailhead is identified by the set of telephone poles with a cross member. The trail was made possible through a partnership between a grassroots organization, the Miami Initiatives Task Force, and Tipp City. What is the name of the trail? You are about to find out. You now know the story of Colonel Rouser and the importance of his faithful steed, which returned him safely home to Tippecanoe City from Civil War battlefields. Well, today we honor Colonel Rouser through his horse by officially naming the bridle trail the Colonel Rouser War Horse Trail. He loved his horse so much, he had it laid to rest on his property, which now belongs to the Cox family. And I would like to invite Mr. Cox up, or one of his representatives, to give us a brief about where the horse is buried and how nothing is supposed to be built over his grave. Mr. Cox.
Thank you, Ron. Can everybody hear me? I know the speaker's been going on, but I think so. It's an honor to be here, and certainly thank the City of Tipp City and the Miami County Equestrian Initiative Task Force for helping put this together tonight. I know it's been a lot of work, and they've done a great job, and it's a real honor to be here to honor horses. As a lot of you may know, but not everybody knows, we have the horse, Colonel Daniel Roser horse buried in the back northwest lot of our building. We bought the Tipp City Post Office in 2005. Shortly after we purchased that, I got a call from Tipp City Planning and Zoning telling me, by the way, you can't build anything over that little plot of ground in the northwest corner of your lot. There's a horse buried there. So I wasn't aware of that when I bought it, but I guess I became the caretaker of the horse and proudly do that. If you're down on 4th, it's a gold monument. It's a statue of the horse, and to have anybody come by and get your picture taken with it, lots of time on the horse, and doing whatever they want to as far as a photo op. There's also a plaque there that commemorates the horse. A little history of the Royal Horses played in the Civil War. Don't know it. Horse more. Okay, horses were more valuable than soldiers during the Civil War. Lots of times they were the target of the enemy rather than the soldiers, and the average life expectancy of a horse during the Civil War was about 6 months. If you notice different statues of horses in the Civil War, this one it's all 4 legs on the ground, which means that both the horse and rider survived the war. If a horse has one leg off the ground, it means the rider was injured during the war but not killed. And if it's in a rearing up stage or two hooves off the ground, that means the rider was killed during the Civil War. So when you see Civil War statues, you have a little better understanding of what that statue means. Like I said, the statue was put up there in 2009, and it was actually purchased by my father, Gene Cox, who passed away in 2011. He loved horses in addition to dairy cattle and hogs, so he thought that horse needed some commemoration, so he purchased the horse and encouraged us to put it there. So again, that's all we have for tonight. Again, thank you again for the City of Tipp City and the Miami County Equestrian Initiative Task Force, and it's a pleasure being here tonight. Thank you all for coming out.
That was the Cox family. I know them well. They're all brothers in the lodge. Ladies and gentlemen, next I'd like to introduce Mr. Jim Kyle, representing the Kyle family, who generously donated the property for Kyle Park. Mr. Kyle, it's a pleasure to see you here today. Thank you.
I only appreciate this opportunity. Park with the park plan. We are really pleased that the park was named after my father, Thomas B. Kyle, who was active in city council, charter commission, public affairs, school board, very active. Nice park in the and perennial. Pleased to have that. Tippecanoe gave the city 266 acres. It just sounded like a tremendous park, like unbelievable. Because of that, we're able to have like a horse trail tonight. Appreciate that. Good luck for the horse trail. Make it happen.
Next we have Denise Neely, Vice President of Miami County Equine Initiative Task Force. This is a young lady who was so instrumental in getting the trail taken care of and getting all these horses and wagons today. It took a lot of work, and we're real thankful for her.
As Ron mentioned earlier, our organization partnered with the city in the bridle trail establishment. Before there were roads and cars, there were trails and horses. It is only fitting and proper to make the historical connection in the trail naming. Thanks to the Kyle family and to the Tipp City, naming both meaningful and possible. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite Senator Bill Beagle up to the podium.
Well, thank you again for the chance to present some recognition on behalf of the General Assembly on the trail naming. You know, this trail idea is a real testament to citizen advocacy and how things work here in Tipp City. You know, this is an idea that was brought forward, thank you, Matt, to city leaders, and it shows an example of how we as the citizens can get engaged with our local government to make ideas come to fruition. This is a great addition to our recreational options here in Tipp City. and it's in high demand throughout the county. Myself and others, including Mayor Gillis and Representative Adams, we were here at the trail dedication, and we learned firsthand what a large contingent the equine community is here in Miami County, and how excited they were to have some riding options here. I do a lot of work in the Senate on economic development, and trails like these and parks like Kyle Park, City Park are a huge amenity and do a lot towards economic development. You know, we want our young people to stay in Ohio, and they are looking for things, healthy options, outdoor options, and trails like this play an important role in providing options to attract and retain some of our best talent. So today I have some recognition for Doug Slagle, who is the president of the Parks Board, on behalf of the General Assembly, congratulating Tipp City on not only moving forward and having the vision to see the value of this park, but at the same time honoring its past by naming it a war horse. So Doug, please accept this on behalf of the General Assembly, and congratulations on your work.
As president of the Park Board, I would like to thank Park Board members, past and present, who have worked on the Horse Trails project in Kyle Park, the Miami County Equine Task Force, who put a lot of work and effort, our family for their support. It is appropriate that we do this year. We dedicate the trail because the 50th anniversary of the victory of the Union in the Civil War.
Did you?
It is also fitting that we picked
I got
and chose
everything
this
but the
day,
last couple of minutes, or I'm gonna have to go charge.
because to dedicate the trails.
But I'll,
It's
I'll get with you
157 or
and we'll share
52
it
years
together.
ago today that the Union won the of Gettysburg and Vicksburg. Would be very proud of our influence. Very much.
But I'll go charge it.
That sounds good. We'd like to have the council president and the mayor and Dee Gillis, John Kessler, Mike McDermott, please come on up here for a presentation.
I'll never know what he wants to own me in their power.
You want to close that up?
Huh?
All right, I'm going to go over here to Harrison. That's where we're going to have dinner. Set up and recharge this battery.
On behalf of the Miami County Equine Initiative Task Force, I would like to thank the city of Tipp City for their support and their efforts in establishing the Colonel Rouser War Horse Trail in Kyle Park. They were the first to establish public horse trails in Miami County, Tipp City. They have led by example. Today, there are also horse trails now in Miami County at Huntington Creek. To show our appreciation and to honor the city during their 175th birthday celebration, we would like to present 3 signs as a gift for you to display at the 3 main entrances of Tipp City, and the sign says that you are a horse-friendly community. Thank you, Tipp City, for being a horse-friendly community and all of the work you've done.
Well, we thank all you people from council and Denise for coming up here and getting this program going. It's a shame it had to rain a little on our parade, but just think how happy we're all going to be after the parade tomorrow. You can all rest on Sunday. This is going to conclude the bridal trail naming. And, we wish that you can enjoy the rest of the evening. Steve Watson has gone through a lot of trouble to have this band set up and put on some music for you tonight, and you can dance to your heart's content. I just hope it stops long enough so the band can get together. Again, I thank you. It was a pleasure being with you here today, and I hope you all have a safe trip and a good 4th of July. Colonel Rouser, all our guests, President Lincoln, all of you, we thank you for coming here on this wonderful day. Even though it rained, it's still a glorious day. Thank you very much, folks. Safe trip home.